You're a mess.
I'm
Ponytail gone, shoes untied.
Wait, how did my shoe get untied?
Because you went too far in.
Well, what about you? You're doing so many things, expressing yourself in so many ways, discovering things about yourself that I would imagine would be very terrifying, like music.
Before I got into action sports, I was into music and theater. That's what I did in school before I moved out west. And obviously, music being the supreme one because it stayed embedded in my life because of my father.
And we never mentioned your father's name.
My father's Hugh Masekela. He is a trumpet flugelhorn player from South Africa, considered to be the father of world beat music. He was a 30-year exile of South Africa, and during apartheid, he was basically playing his horn around the world. That's what I grew up with. Those were the footsteps that I grew up with as guidance. That's a real tough act to follow. And I reached a point probably early in high school where the pressure was a lot when I was in bands, and I did play in school in bands, and where there was this expectation, like, oh, it's Hugh Masekela's kid, like, you know, let's see it. And there were some periods there where our contact was limited, and it just didn't feel like something that I wanted to be chasing. And so surfing and skateboarding and snowboarding came to me really at the right time when I could find something else that essentially became my music.
So what brought you back to it?
I think I reached a point that I started to feel like I wanted to be on the other side. In other words, I felt like I had something to give, and I didn't know how I was going to express it, but I felt like I had something to give past just putting everyone else's moments and accomplishments in context. And music was the thing that started speaking to me. After my show, The Daily 10, got canceled, I had E owing me another year on my contract when my show got canceled, and I had time. And I realized that it was a unique time and that I should do something with it wisely. And actually, one of the first things I did was I went and I studied at Upright Citizens Brigade because I'd always been sort of fascinated by improv, but really trying to learn the art of it.
So that was before you did the
album?
album?
That was before I did the record. And that really helped me find my voice, and that I don't have to be married to something. I have enough going on and enough to give that you put me in a situation, I can react.
Started to break it up a bit.
Started to break it up a bit. And right around that time, my cousin called me and he said, hey man,
let's do this.
I know you've been like taking these surf trips and snowboard trips and doing this, you know, UCB thing. He's like, but
I know you've been running away from this.
Yeah.
You need to come home.
Let's make this record.
Yeah. And so what was it like when you played the album for your father?
I didn't want to listen to it with him.
Ah.
And he didn't want me to listen to it with him.
Right.
So at the end of the dinner, he's like, I felt like we were doing a drug deal. He was like, so did you bring the thing? And I was like, yeah. And I brought it out and I took it, and he's like, okay. And that was it.
I'm gonna try it, let you know how it is.
Left.
I might come back for some more.
2 days.
No!
2 days. I'm sitting there just going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And mind you, my uncle had played on the record and was super supportive, and he thought it was beautiful, but it's my dad.
Yeah.
And then he called me and he said the most beautiful things to me. And you know, the first thing he said was, I don't understand why you hid this for so long. He said, because this record is beautiful and I'm so proud of you. And then he just, you know, that was all I needed. Yeah. And then he'd like send me text messages about, you know, different songs, and that was it. If nothing else happened and no one else liked it, that my dad didn't tell me like never do this again and burn the files, was a really, really beautiful thing.
So this is your first Olympics. Are you, I mean, you gotta be, I mean, you're excited.
Yeah, I'm over the moon.
Right?
The NBC is gonna hire me to like come tell legitimate stories, not just in action sports, but like to actually play at that top level at the Olympics, on the world stage. It's the biggest sporting events in the world. It's massive. And I didn't think that they would tap me, but It's funny, my agent said, make sure we send them the South Africa stuff. Because I think people think of me, even from a sports reporting side, they know the X Games, they know the action sports stuff, but they don't know me like being an actual storyteller to things outside of action sports. And they got it. And yeah, like 2 months ago, they hit me up and said, you want to come be a Black Russian for a month? So.
I wish I could come with you.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Should we give it one more whirl?
Yes.
Let me take you to a new challenge.
Oh.
I got something down here for you guys.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay.
You can come back here later.
I'll come back here. No, I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Close?
That was very close.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. That's easy.
Yeah!
We watched that in the replay. You were over the
Yeah, over the top. Sweet.
Yeah. No, if you guys spend some more time in here, you could definitely
This place is amazing, dude.
pick it up.
I could have a field day.
I could have a beer, actually.
I knew you guys were coming, so I might have something upstairs.
Problem
Is, it's all the way up top. Oh, nice!
What?
This is racist. Like, fuck that. I just put my head down, and I always knew that I had to do that and that much more to prove that this is where I belong because of my talents, not because it's a good look. Sometimes I wish I didn't have the desire, because it's not a fame thing.